Good morning. Do you need another mat?
No, not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Leah.
Hey, Leah. It's nice to meet you. I'm excited about our little journey, right? Yeah. All right. Everybody's afraid of the sun. Not afraid? It does get really hot. I get it. All right. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? It's okay. I'm going to ease in. You have a minute to put your mat. Relax. I see you like rushing in. All right. The first 5 minutes, everybody's still kind of coming in and settling. Can you hear me in the back? Yes, no, yeah, thank you. Music and voice, you got back there? Yeah, you got music and voice in the back? Yeah? Maybe not, because they're not answering. Okay, that's good, a little volume. How's that, music and voice in the back now? Thank you, okay. As far away as you are, I still want you to feel the same experience. All right, we're going to get on our feet. Nice to see you. And if you would, just step up to the top of your mat. Let's bring our feet together. Big toes touching. Maybe the ankle bones don't have to press into each other, so you can put a little space between your heels. And then lift and spread all your toes, because I want you to kind of literally feel your foot spread out a little bit. And then I want all 10 of those toes to literally press down into the mat. Yep. And then just for a second, just acknowledge and feel your footprints, right? Like this is where you stand. When we step up onto the mat for our practice, there's a moment where we actually feel like, okay, I'm here and I'm ready. We start to feel our breath and we come into the present moment, and that is how the yoga begins. If we're not in the present moment, we're not doing yoga. And I know for sure, many times through the course of the practice, we're all going to leave the present moment. Some of you may have left already. You already don't know that you have feet on the ground and your head is off somewhere else. You're wondering why I'm talking so much, why aren't we moving, right? But be here right now for exactly what's happening as it unfolds. Get rid of expectations and let it unfold. Feel the feet on the ground and feel your breath move through you. In the Yoga Sutras, that's thousands of years old, the very first teaching is Atta Yoga Anusasanam. Atta means now. The very first word of the very first teachings about yoga is now. Patanjali was very specific about that. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your breath moving through you. And then today, really try to pay attention as you move. Don't lose that feeling of connection to the ground beneath you. When you use your senses, your 5 senses, like you hear the music playing, you hear my voice, you're doing the things and you feel it in your body, that's what makes it yoga. This is a practice of consciousness. It's supposed to challenge you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So today we're going to try to stay right here in this park together on your mat. And when you feel your mind wander, just pull it back. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just doing the practice. You just got to pull it back. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel that breath moving through you. On the next inhale, let's take our arms up overhead. That's it. And then exhale, fold over. Just bend over and let your spine stretch. Let your legs stretch. Feel that. Inhale, lift halfway. Just look forward a little bit. And then exhale, fold again. Beautiful. On the inhale with a flat back, please rise back up to standing. Lift your head, reach your arms. Let's touch the palms together and then pull them right to the heart. Good. Again, inhale, arms reach. We're going to add on. Exhale, forward fold. Don't lose that sensation of the feet on the ground. Lift halfway, look forward. Good. Now we're going to step the feet purposefully back to plank. Feet go to the back of the mat, hands go down. It's an upper push-up. Yep, again, feel that. Organize your body. You feel your handprints, you feel your toes working behind you, and you integrate your body because it's floating in the air. You got to hold yourself together. Actually realize that you have muscles and you have strength. Now you can put your knees down or not. We're going to bend the elbows and lower onto the belly. Yep, lower through chaturanga and all the way down. We stay on the hands the whole time, so the elbows bend, but we don't go to the forearms. That's it. And then inhale for cobra. So gentle. It's the first back bend. Be respectful. How many times a day, every day, do you bend your back this way? Right? So this is early in the morning. It's the first back bend. Let's honor and feel. Take one more breath. Lower the chest, tuck your toes, and then lift yourself up and back to downward facing dog. The hips go high, the belly lifts up and in. You're going to push a little from your hands and you're going to use your feet so you continue to feel that mat beneath you. However you can, stay in those 5 senses. Staying in the present moment. Feeling everything that's happening right now. Let's inhale and push back just a little bit. And then as you exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Bring the feet right up to the top. Bring them together just like we started. Lift halfway, inhale. And then fold deeply, exhale. Good, again with the flat back. You lift your head and chest, start to rise. Reach the arms high. And then pull it right into your heart center. Good, again, one more time. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, look up. On the exhale, go to plank and lower. So all the way to the belly. Take one breath in cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So there's a rhythm to the movement. We're syncing up the breath and the movement. We're trying not to rush. And we're trying to slow down enough to be able to be deliberate and feel our connection to the mat and the sensations as we move through the body. Take another breath here, push back just a little, and then as you exhale, look forward and bring your feet right back up to the top of the mat. Yes, feet are together, lift halfway, and then exhale, fold. With an inhale, we rise all the way to standing, reach the arms high to the sky, and then pull the hands right back into the heart. So good, one more time, inhale, arms reach. On the exhale, we fold. Fold in like you mean it. Pull the belly up and in. Good. Lift halfway. Inhale. Go to plank and lower. Same exhalation. Air is coming out the whole time. And then inhale, cobra pose. Nicely done. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips as you push through your hands. Every part of your body works together. It's amazing what happens when we get coordinated and we get deliberate about our movements. One breath at a time. We wake up the different parts, the joints, the muscles. We increase the heart rate, the temperature, the respiratory rate. We feed oxygen to all the cells. And right now we're getting some oxygenated blood right into the brain. Let the head down. Take one more breath, push back a little. And then look forward. Let's make our way to the top. Feet together. Lift halfway on the in-breath, and then fold all the way on the exhale. And then we rise up. Come all the way up, reaching high to the sky. Pull it right into the heart. Pause right here. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel that breath moving through you. It's amazing to be in the moment, isn't it? all that other stuff that we carry around all day long, that loop that keeps running and running and running. I don't know, somehow, I don't know how the yoga works, but I know that when we do it, when we breathe and we move and we're present, somehow the loop unloops for me. I hope it does for you too. We're going to take it up a notch. So on your next inhale, you're going to sink your hips, bend your knees, and then reach your arms high to the sky. We call it chair pose or Utkatasana, fierce pose. It's not so easy. I want you to try to do it without squeezing your knees together. Yep, feel how strong each one of your legs are, and then also feel some weight on the pinky toe edges of your feet so that you can lift the arches. The arches of the feet are responsible for so much of the alignment and the architecture of the rest of your body. So again, we're in those footprints. Take one more breath. Sit just a little more, and then push through your feet. Come all the way up. You did amazing. Hands come back to front center. So we add that into the sequence. Inhale, chair pose, one breath, and then exhale, fold right in, just like we've been doing. Lift halfway on the inhale. We're going to go to plank and lower, just like we've been doing. You can touch chaturanga or lay onto the belly. Inhale, please, into cobra, gently through the spine. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Here's another new pose that we're adding in. It's called Warrior One. The right foot steps up to the top of the mat, all the way up to your hands, and the left foot turns flat behind you. Good. Rise up on an inhale. Give yourself a moment here. Sometimes when we step, we don't get the spacing right. It's okay to adjust. I'm always a fan of having a little more space. If the stance is short, you really feel like you can't get into the full expression of the pose. If it's too long, you feel like you can't get your balance. So you'll know when it's just right. We're going to ground the back foot on purpose. Like, make sure you feel the footprint of the left foot. And then as you're pushing that left foot down, bring the left side of the body forward more. There's the work. So the chest plate is forward. Let's bend the right knee a little bit deeper. And then pull in from the belly and from the pelvic floor and see if you can make your torso a little longer. Now, close all of your fingers. Make the thumb touch right up about the base of the root of the index, right? Close them up. And then straighten your arms even more. Get really fierce. Now turn the pinky fingers in a little and the thumbs out a little behind you. Get a little more fierce there. Now, take one more breath. And on the exhale, open your fingers really big and put them back on the floor. Hand prints. Step back to plank. Lower down slowly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Show me warrior on the other side. Left foot steps to the hands, right foot turns flat. We root down before we rise so that we're mindful. We're using the footprints. The right foot is grounded, the leg is straight, but we're trying to bring the right side of the body a little more forward. Think about your chest plate turning forward. Good. Go back to that fierceness in the arms. Close up the fingers. It's amazing if throughout the practice, when your hands are in the air, if they're closed, and when they're on the ground, they're open, and you do this enough times in the course of the practice, your wrists and your hands get stronger. I'm telling you this because I see you struggle with the planks and I see you struggle with the chaturangas, right? So we're just working on building a little bit, building. Get a little more fierce, close those fingers. I want you to really feel them all touching. Take one more breath. And then when you put your hands down, open them big. Step back lightly into plank and then lower down slow. Yes, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, amazing work. In the traditional Surya Namaskar, we do warrior for one breath only. So show me, right foot steps up, left foot turns in, one breath. Come on up, fingers closed, feet grounded, chest plate forward. Exhale, open the hands. Place them, step back, lower. Inhale for cobra. Open the chest. Downward facing dog. Pause for a second. How did that feel? Was that a little rushed? Yeah, like some of you are ready for the other side. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Show me warrior on the left. All of the things in this moment. Yes, hands down, step back, lower. Yep. Yep, sometimes we move fast. Sometimes we move slow. But no matter what we're doing, we're incorporating the breath. All right, push back just a little bit. And then we're going to walk the feet back up to the top. Don't do it too many times because I know it brings a lot of heat and some of you are already in the sun. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. We're going to reach the arms. This is your chair pose. And then come to standing, bring the hands to the heart. So it's the same sequence we've been doing, but we add the chair pose and the warriors in the middle, yeah? All right, on the inhale, sit back, reach your arms, one breath. As you exhale, fold in like you mean it, drop your head. Lift on the inhale, halfway only. Then go to plank and lower. Both feet go back, big hands. Lower slow. Inhaling through cobra. Go ahead, touch down dog and come into warrior on the right. Right foot steps, left foot flat. One big beautiful inhale as you rise. Remember all of the things. And then the hands come down. You step back to plank and you lower. I promise I'll slow down in a minute. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog and into the left side. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Big inhale, rise. And then hands go down. Step back lightly, lower slow. Get with your breathing. Take a deep breath as you do your back bend. And then find your way back to down dog. And we all get 5 breaths. So if you're a little slower or you're a little faster, this is where we reconnect as a group. Let your head down. Take the breath in and out through your nose. It's really important. We want to control the breath. We want it to come in evenly and steadily. Yeah. Go ahead, take one more inhale, push it back. And then as you exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet back up to the top. Bring those feet together. Inhale, lift. Exhale and fold. Finishing strong with chair. We're going to stay in chair pose. Feel those feet on the ground. Feel that breath moving through you. We're going to stay in our chair, but take the arms down by our sides. And then lift the arms a little bit behind you. Keep them kind of wide so you're not squeezing anything on the shoulders, but you're just using your triceps. Really, really strong. Now close up the fingers. That's it. All right, lift your heels off the mat. Oh, now all you got is toes. Feel your toes on the ground. Feel that breath running through you. Can you sit a little lower? I knew you could. That's it. Keep the collarbones wide. This is fierce. Pull in a little from the belly. Find that stability. It's inside you. And it doesn't only work in this pose. It works in every single pose. That pelvic floor is your most powerful tool to find grace. Let's sink our heels, reach our arms back into chair, and then come all the way to standing and bring the hands to heart center. Just say it. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach. Hook your thumbs together. Now spread your fingers out. Big, big spread in the fingers, almost like the webbing in between can feel the stretch. And then draw your tailbone slightly down and take a stretch to the right. Good. Turn your gaze down to the floor outside the right foot. Nicely done. Now turn the gaze all the way up towards your thumbs. Keep both feet on the ground. On your next inhale, rise back up to standing. Good. Switch the hooking of your thumbs and then go to the other side. Just a little length on the side body. A little bit of breath flowing through you. Feet on the ground. Look down. And then turn and look up. Feel how the length changes. And on your next inhale, return to center. Good. Let the arms go. How are we doing? You're okay? All right. Inhale. Arms reach. Palms touch together, bring them down in front of the heart, and then play with me here. We're going to push into the palms, lift them back up, and squeeze the elbows in. That's it. Yep, I like what I see here. Lift the elbows as high as your shoulders, and really see if you can get them to touch. And then very gently pull your hands away from your face. I want you to keep it like that, but then fold halfway. Your forearms will be parallel to the ground. Yep, not a fun place to be, but we're gonna work this. Squeeze in to the midline. See if pressing into the arms can help you widen your chest, and then look out past your own fingers so there's no rounding or hunching here. Yes, I saw that, Amy. That was gorgeous. Okay, the collarbones are wide. We're looking out in front of us. We're strong in the center. Feel your feet on the ground and feel that breath running through you. And then on your next inhale, we push down to rise up. Use your feet. Yes, come on up. Let's stretch the arms high. And then exhale, let them go. All right, flow. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. We're gonna go to plank and lower, just like we've been doing, moving through that vinyasa, linking the breath and the movement, feeling into the handprints and the footprints and finding our way to downward facing dog. And then we'll come to high crescent lunge. The right foot steps up, and we're gonna stay on the left toes. So the lunge is a little bit different. There's a little more balance. Those 5 toes on the left foot really have a purpose. We know we can balance on our toes because we just did it in the chair pose. So make sure that back heel is up. Because I want your hips a little more square here. All right, open the arms out like a T. And then take your left arm under your right arm. Cross as tight as you can across the chest. And then see if you can cross the forearms and maybe touch the palms together. This is what we call eagle arms. And then the same things apply. Can you get your elbows as high as your shoulders? And can you move your fingers a little bit away from your face? I like what I see. All right, now we're gonna push a little off the left toes and come to balance with your forearms parallel to the ground. Pull in the belly. Stay strong in the left leg. Flex the left foot. Keep it active behind you. You got this. Now, best you can, try not to put it down. Let's see if we can pull the left leg through, knee to the belly. Yeah. Beautifully done. And then put your foot down, Put your foot down and come into chair pose, sit low. Yep, just stretching into those hips a little bit behind you. And as you come to standing, release your arms, take them all the way up high to the sky. And then exhale, fold in, please. Nice. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise with a flat back. And then bring the hands to heart center. So we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. We lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, and then go to plank and lower. Passing through Chaturanga and going to the belly, trying to go slow so you feel your strength developing. Inhale to Cobra, exhale, right back to downward facing. Yep, you got it. Push through your hands, lift your hips. Now, left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. Build your foundation. Come on up, it's called high crescent lunge. The back heel is lifted and we're on the toes, balancing. You feel your feet on the mat and you kind of pull your legs into your hips so the base of the pose feels integrated. The arms will open like a T, and this time, right arm goes under left. Yep. See if you can cross the forearms, maybe touch the palms. If not, just press the back of the hands toward each other. Elbows rise a little higher, hands move a little further away, and then we get a little push off of the right toes, coming to balance, forearms parallel to the ground. Feel the integration of the arms. The bottom one pushes up, the top one pushes down gently. And then we come to standing knee to belly. See if you can do it without touching down. Which knee is forward? Right. Okay. Just hold your balance for a sec. And then plant your foot back down and take chair pose. Sit low. A couple of breaths here. Hands are away from the face. They tend to sneak in. And then as you push to standing, let your arms go. Let them untangle. Reach the arms high. Good. Exhale, fold right in. We're going to flow. Lift halfway. Inhale. Let's go to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra. And then back again to downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg really high behind us. And then we're going to take that right foot to the outside of the left foot. Go ahead and step to the outside of the left foot. That means you're crossing your right leg behind your left leg. Cross the right leg behind the left, yep. And then start walking your hands toward the back of the mat. It looks weird, I know, but just do it anyway. See if you can get both heels on the ground. So it's a forward fold with your legs crossed. Do your best to get your pinky toes near each other and both of your feet straight. You have a little better balance that way. Feel into those sensations. Your brain is actually trying to make sense of what your feet look like right now. Yeah, let your head down. Now see if you can get your hips a little more square. Most of you could probably pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. And then see if you can get the weight even in your feet. Both feet are flat. You can be high on your fingertips. You don't even have to be touching the ground. I want you to feel your feet on the ground. That's it. You got it, David. I'm with you. Yep. All right. Inhale, look up, lengthen. As you walk your hands out to plank, uncross your legs. Hold plank pose. And then roll onto your right side, facing the left. And the left arm goes high to the sky. Other side in. Yep. Good. We push down into the footprint, into the handprint. The gaze can go up toward the left hand, so we're lifting through the center too. Head back a little bit. And then when you're ready, return to plank and lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, move slowly into downward facing. All right. Left leg rises behind you. Stretch it up high. Feel that. Opening up some space. And then we do the weird thing. We cross it and step behind into the outside of the right foot. Yep. And then go ahead and walk your hands back. And we're going to take our time with it because I know a lot of us are just trying to work our way in there. See if you can get both feet flat, weight even. Pinky toes are near each other and the feet are straight. Yeah. Let your head down. It feels different than a regular forward fold. And then we'll just play a little bit in the micro movements. Maybe you can pull the hips a little more square. Right hip back, left hip forward. Feel a little squeeze on the outer hips and then try to straighten your legs a little more. Just feeling into it. Sometimes sensation is how we get in the present moment. Stretch sensation. And when you're ready, we're going to look up on the inhale. Start walking out to plank, and as you walk out, uncross your ankles. Good. Roll onto your left side so you're facing the right. Push down through the left hand. Reach high to the sky with the right. See if you can lift the center of your body. That strength in the core, that lift from the pelvis. Take one more breath, and then return to plank and lower. Yep, you did it. Inhale, cobra pose, getting stronger every day. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yoga is a process of coming into the present moment, reacquainting yourself with yourself, meeting yourself exactly where you are. All right, look at your hands. When you're ready, you start to walk those feet up to the top of the mat. Let's lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. And then bend your knees, sink your hips. Do chair pose, but do it gently. Not so fierce this time. Do it with a little softer edge. And then bring your hands to your heart so you can press into your palms. And we're going to lift the right knee to the chest. Yep, we pull the right knee up and we push the left foot down. You can feel how you create more balance in the body. Everything is about consciousness and organizing. and being right here, right now. Now, you're sitting kind of low in the left leg. Go ahead, sit down there. And then see if you can cross the right knee over the left knee and sit low enough to get your right toes on the ground. That means really bend your knees and sink your hips. Good. Just like we did before, pull the arms behind you. Stretch back, close your fingers. As the arms pull back behind you, sit a little lower into the hips and lift the chest and widen the collarbones. Yes. Can you feel the integration of the legs? Left pushing up, right pushing down, hips a little square. I like what I see. Then sweep the arms up. Let's come to standing. Lift the right knee back up to the chest. And then put both feet down and release your arms. Nice work. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Just let it go. Bow your head for a moment. And then when you're ready from here, we return to chair. Do it soft. This is not the goal. This is a transition. Hands to heart. Left knee rises to the chest. There's a push and a pull. Yes. Stay low in the right leg and then cross the left one over. Sit low enough to get your toe to touch down, or you can wrap it around your calf if you know the full expression of eagle legs. Arms behind you. Close the fingers. Deliberate, detailed. Every part of the body knows its role, knows its place. They all work together beautifully. Sit a little, lengthen through the chest. And then we're going to sweep the arms up, and as you come to standing, lift that left leg back up to the chest. And then we put it all down at the same time. There we go. Inhale, arms reach. Let's flush it out. Exhale, fold in. Hang there for a moment. Breathe. And then we're going to soften both knees, tuck the tailbone and tuck the chin. I want you to really feel the strength of your core. So as the belly button pulls in, you can start to rise one vertebra at a time. Keep the knees soft so you don't pull on your back. And then reorganize your body and stand for a moment. How are we feeling? We're good? Getting a little sweat on? I think we have actually gone over the cusp of spring to summer, right? A little rain every day, a little humidity in the morning. Yeah. So we don't even need a hot studio. We get hot yoga right here, right? And the heat really comes from inside you. And if you get really still and you start to pay attention to the tip of your nose, you realize that the air around you is actually probably a good 10 degrees cooler than you are. It's not that hot out. Yeah. Feel it. The air is cool. Did you get that? Yeah. Mind over matter, right? We gotta pay attention to the subtleties. Those gifts are around us all the time, and most of us are just not paying attention. Allow your yoga to help you pay attention. On your next inhale, chair pose softly. Hands to heart center, lift the right knee to the belly. Cross it over, tap the toe down, sit back a little further or wrap it. And then the arms come out like a T, and we're going to put the right arm under the left arm. So we wrap the arms, we wrap the legs. Remember, the legs integrate into each other, the elbows rise, the hands move away from the face, and then we fold halfway. Forearms parallel to the ground. Yes, you've got this. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel that breath moving through you. Stay in this moment, in this park, on your mat, in your body. Now we're going to come out with some grace. Keep the arms, come on up. Uncross your legs so the knee pulls to the belly. And then plant your foot down and we'll take a little back bend. Lift the elbows, draw the tailbone down. It doesn't have to be big. Just a little extension, move the hips a little forward. And then bring your elbows down and release your arms. Good, let's take them full circle. Reach up. then bring them to heart center and pause again. If you ran away, pull yourself back. All yoga is really asking of us is that we stay right here, right now. Think of how many moments of your life you have lost because your mind disappeared somewhere else. Once those moments are gone, we do not get them back. Let's own this one. Let's be in this one for every single thing it has to offer. Even if it's just the coolness of the air on the tip of your nose, or the feeling of your feet on the ground. Now, with that level of mindfulness and presence, let's do the other side. Chair pose, no drama. Hands come to the heart, press into the palms. It'll help you balance as you lift your left leg and cross it over. Right away, you can get that toe to touch the floor or wrap it around your ankle. The arms are going to open out like a T, and then the left arm goes under the right. Find the integrations of the legs and the arms. Don't let one side be dominant. Let them work equally together. Stay square. And then move the hands a little bit away from the face. Draw the chest out so you have a flat back and start to fold. Gaze out past your fingers. You'll feel some stretch in your hips. Sit back into that. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Feel those feet on the ground and feel that breath running through you. Through the nose in both directions. Deliberate. And you'll keep the arms, but you start to rise. Pull that left knee back up to the chest and then place it firmly on the ground. And then we'll take that little back bend. Start to lift the elbows high to the sky. Maybe look to your fingertips. Hips move a little bit forward. Tailbone moves down so we don't crunch the lumbar spine. That's it. And then the arms come down. We release them, untangle them. Inhale, full circle. Reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. So good. Inhale, lift halfway. Let's go to plank and lower. Lay it down onto the belly. Lay right there on the belly, legs behind you. And then press into the tops of your feet, press a little bit into the pelvis, and then start lifting your chest. As you come up, can you take your arms back behind you? Let's spread the fingers really big and lift the arms higher than the body. See if you can get your arms, your thumbs higher than your legs. That's it. Now bring the hands together and clasp them, interlacing all of the fingers. Feel that little bit of push into the pubis bone and the hip bones. And if you feel like your back can handle it, you can even lift your legs up too. Everything is lifting up and back behind you. The back of your body is so strong. Feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings. Use your toes. I see some toes just dangling back there. What a waste of energy, right? Pick it all up, one more breath, and then put it all down. Nicely done. Hands move under the shoulders, please. And then we'll take child's pose for just a moment. How are we doing now? We okay? We okay? All right. When you're ready, I'd like you to lay back out on the belly. We're not going to spend too long in that deep flexion in the knees. I know in a public setting like this, there are people whose knees don't like to bend like that, right? So lay out onto your belly. Keep the right hand under your shoulder and open your left arm out to the side. Now we're going to push into the right hand and roll some weight onto the left shoulder. Make sure your left palm is facing down. You decide how much you roll. Like if there's too much pressure on the shoulder, don't go any further. And then I'd like you to take your right leg, keep it straight, but then slide it back behind you like an open scissor. Yep, just slide it back as far as you want to go, like an open scissor. And then breathe. Let's make sure that that hand behind you, no, we're not grabbing the foot. You can if you want to, but I'm really after this shoulder. So bring this hand out here like a T. Yeah, now try. Yeah. This one stays on the floor. Nope, this in front of you on the floor. And then this leg straight back behind you like an open scissor. Yep, there you go. Now you got it. Put it on the floor. You're working way too hard, my friend. There, how's that? Better? Yeah. All right. So we never really want to waste energy. There's something brahmacharya in the teachings that teach us to be efficient in how we use the energy in the body. Sometimes we can feel ourselves like pushing vigorously, grabbing, stretching, reaching, instead of allowing. Can you straighten that top leg? Oh, come back and turn your palm over for me. Turn this hand over. Yes, better. All right, take one more breath right where you are. And then start to pull your legs back together, roll onto the belly. Good, extend the right arm out. Pull the left hand in under the shoulder. Oh, it feels good to roll off that shoulder, doesn't it? Yeah, acknowledge that feeling good, that release. So the arm is not under the head, it's straight out like if it were in a T. I think I need to come over here. There's a lot of things going on. Okay. So we're going to push into the left hand, roll onto the right shoulder. Make sure your hand is behind you and the palm is facing down. Let's move this stuff for you so you can really get that shoulder in a safe place. Turn the hand over. Yes. And you can keep your left hand on the mat so that if you can lean into the left hand, it's less pressure. If you push into the left hand, then you go into the right shoulder even more, yeah? And then that top leg is going to be straight. And you're going to reach it back behind you because I want to access, a lot of you have it bent and you're trying to grab it, but just open it straight back behind you and like an open scissor, right? Like feel that hip flexor. Feel the length. You could even lift your head and chest a little bit. Maybe that foot rests on the floor.
I'm related to the tree.
Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah.
To the sun.
So we feel open and long in the front of the body. Feel a little pressure on the right shoulder now. We're looking good. All right. Take one more breath right where you are. And then we'll start to let our legs come back together. Roll onto the belly. And then one more time, we sit back into child's pose. Tell me if that felt good. Yeah? You're allowed to make sounds and express yourself a little bit. Okay. When you're ready, when you feel like you've gotten what you need from this, we're going to come on up and swing our feet around in front for a simple cross-leg position. Yep, just simple cross legs, and then put one hand on each knee. And we're just going to start to move around in circles. Just a little bit of movement. All the internal organs, just getting like a little massage. Yep, just like a little bit of circles. You can lean toward your knees, out to the sides, behind you. Make it big or small. Do what feels good. Yep, I think we're getting it. And then from there, just change the direction, right? Go the other way. I like it. Just like make yourself feel like, all right, everything's moving, everything feels okay. There's a smoothness and a grace and a presence. I am here, I am ready. Good. And then find your center. Take your arms and just wrap them around like you're giving yourself a hug. See if you can get your fingers to reach toward the shoulder blades. And then drop your elbows to the chest, drop your chin to your chest, and kind of slouch forward. Just round your upper back. So the elbows come a little more toward the belly button. Pull the elbows down toward the belly button. slouch a little more. Some of you still have good posture. There's nothing that resembles good posture here. Round. Go ahead, hunch over. Yeah, get into the mid-back, the thoracic. Let the head go. Feel the difference? Yeah, that's it. And then breathe, so you're pushing some breath into the upper back and shoulders. Yep. Anybody realize that they really did that? And then slowly on an inhale, come on up. Look at your arms. Which one is on top? And then open the arms out like a T and take the other one on top. And we'll come back in. Just kind of round forward. Slouch. Open the upper back. You can actually move your head a little bit and you'll feel it through your neck and the upper back, the connection in the trapezius muscles. Yeah, that is what we're stretching right now. And now, when you're ready, on an inhale, we rise. Put your hands back on your knees. And we're going to just be still for a moment. There's no need to slouch. You've already done that, right? So now you can actually sit up tall in your posture. You can hold up the front side and the back side of the body equally. You can breathe into the width and allow the ribs and the diaphragm to expand freely. There is a sensation now that the tailbone roots into the mat, and you can feel yourself right here, right now. When we sit in the stillness, we're practicing our ability to stay here right now. So if your mind is wandering, just call it back. Come back to the tailbone grounded and the breath moving through you. You can still feel your feet on the ground. Be in your body. Notice if you have become so accustomed to overstimulation and lots of input that the stillness is a challenge for you. See if you can simplify it. Be engaged in the coolness of the air on the tip of your nose. Sometimes that's just enough. The breath is fascinating if you really look at it, if you spend some time with it. And there's nothing more important than your breath. It's the first thing you do when you're born. And the truth, my friends, is it's going to be the last thing you do when you go. When we pass, we exhale for the last time. I think it's worthy of our attention on all of these moments in between. So if the mind wanders, which I know it will, and I know it does, just call it back. Every time it's keeping you from losing another moment. Let's all together as one group. Let's take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let out a sigh or a sound or a moan or a groan. Just let out something. And then put your right hand on your left knee. Let's take a twist to the left side. Left arm pulls behind you. A little rotation in the spine. We didn't do a lot of twisting today, so make sure it feels good. Keep rooting the tailbone and lifting the crown. And then come around to the other side mindfully, slowly, with the tailbone grounded. Form matters, right? It's not just what we do, but how we do it. These are the things that we learn from the practice. It's not just what you do, but how you do it. Be in the moment. Be in your body. We'll turn around and face forward. Unfold those legs. Go ahead and lay yourself down. Just going to do a quick little time check. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, as you lay down, pull your knees into your belly for one good squeeze. Just a little bit of a hug. Rock a little from side to side, feeling into the lower back and like the outer edges of the sacrum into the glutes and the piriformis. Like we lean a little to the right, then we lean a little to the left. There could be some tenderness there. And then we'll find center and put our feet back on the mat. Go ahead and turn the soles of your feet together and let the knees drop open. Our sequencing today didn't really take us into external rotation, so I want to make sure we walk away feeling balanced in our movements. So just let the hips open. Feel the mat beneath you and feel the breath running through you. We don't have to do it all every single day. If we touch different parts in every practice, then somehow the whole body gets served. And we just keep circling around and around, which is why we have to do this for a long period of time, on a regular basis, with a good attitude. Slowing down has its value. See if you can stay present in the sensations. And then we'll pull the knees back up, turn the feet so they're flat. Open the feet about hip distance apart with your arms by your sides. And then please come into bridge pose, which means we push down to rise up. Ground the feet, ground the arms, lift your hips, lift your spine. The chest rises toward the chin. We keep pressing into the feet, keep using those footprints. The back body is strong. Now, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades under you. Get the elbows in a little closer. You can even interlace your fingers here. We press into the arms, we press into the feet, and we lift as much as we can. Try not to let the knees splay open. You'll lose some of your strength there. One more breath. And then open the arms first, please. Put the upper back down, then the middle. And then as the lower back comes down, pull the tailbone toward the heels. Nicely done. Right knee to the belly. Give it a little squeeze. And then take the right leg over to the left for a spinal twist. One more time, we wring it out. As we wind down and we come closer to stillness, we want to make sure that all of the parts of the body feel like they've come full circle. We leave nothing raw or vulnerable. So slow and steady. We'll roll it back to the center. Let the right leg go, and then pull the left one in. Give it a little squeeze, and then take it over to the opposite side, right side twist. As we twist our hips and our lower body to the right, try to keep the chest wide open, even look to the left. And continue to soften. We use so much muscle energy just kind of like holding ourselves together. What would it feel like just to let go? Like trust the mat beneath you, don't grip so tightly, and let yourself be. At the end of the day, do you come home and you're all wound up? Imagine having the skills to unwind without any substances. Just breathing and knowing your body and being able to relax from the day. That is radical self-care. Nice and slow. Bring it back to the center. Let that left leg go. So both legs come all the way out. They open a little bit wider. And then let your arms come down by your sides. The ultimate expression of just being right here, right now.
So simple, just
take a moment and just be right here, right now. You can hear the sounds of traffic, you can hear the birds singing. As you lay in this state of beautiful relaxation and stillness, the world will continue to move around you. The world doesn't need you to hold the energy and keep it spinning. We are allowed to stop and pause and take care of ourselves. To realize when we're losing moments and to come right back into the one precious one that you have right now. So now in your own way, in your own time, you can breathe a little more, maybe move a little more, and eventually we pull ourselves together and come into a seated position so we can close our practice together. What an honor it is to be here every week with you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for showing me your humanity. Thank you for being willing to shed a little bit of the armor, even just for a little while. We all have a lot of work to do. This is a practice for a lifetime. And some of you have been with me quite a long time, and the work just keeps getting better. So for those of you that are new, I see new faces here all the time. Thank you for stepping in, and I hope that I see you again. Here on a Saturday in the community, there's yoga all over town. I have a studio that offers yoga every day. The more you do it, the better it gets. It's just the truth. The sutras teach us that in order for the practice to be effective, we need to do it for a long period of time on a regular basis and with a good attitude. That's paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what we gotta grasp if we really want this yoga thing to take hold in our life. And I can't think of any better gift you could give yourself. Let's close with our hands together at the heart. We'll take one deep breath and we'll sound Om together. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and to that freedom for all. May all sentient beings, all human beings, may we all know that peace that lives inside of all of us. That peace that sometimes is so deeply hidden because life has gotten hard. May we remember that it's there. May we tap into it when we need to. And may we all know that peace. Namaste. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you. If you didn't get a chance to sign in before class began, please come up and sign the clipboards. As always, I have a few passes for the studio. This is the week of my teacher training beginning, so for all of my graduates that are here, I expect to see you dropping in. Get a refresher, come support the new class of students. I have some magnets for you. I have information about teacher training. We're going to be learning 200 hours of Yin and Vinyasa. Of course, the practice prepares you to become a teacher, but many people take it just to learn and deepen their own practice. So if you're interested in just higher education, I have maybe 1 or 2 spots left. That's it. So, hi. I hope you'll drop in. Hi, my love. How are you? So the clipboards are here, magnets are here, passes are here, and teacher training. I also have 1 or 2 rooms left. 1 or 2 rooms left for Italy. If anyone's interested, book in the flights today. We're going to Tuscany. It's a town called, we'll be in a little, in a private villa outside of Cortona. We're not staying in Cortona because there's a lot of steps. We would have to go up and down, up and down, up and down every day. So we're staying right outside of town. We'll go in and visit. It's the town where Under the Tuscan Sun was filmed. So if you're interested in a little yoga, wine, tea, organic tea every morning, meditation, really good food, and good friends and good times. So Italy, teacher training, clipboards, passes, magnets. I've got it all right up here. Thank you for that. I saw that. Thank you.
Oh, I borrowed this.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.